It's Nyalicious here again. Thank you so much for stopping by on my channel. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful soup, click on that red button and subscribe. Without not taking much of your time, I'm going to show you how to prepare okra soup and tips on how to prepare assorted okra soup that would look good and taste good. This soup looks so beautiful and the taste was just an amazing. You can enjoy this soup with any swallow of your choice. The first ingredient here is this red onions. I always prefer to prepare Niger traditional meals with red onions. Adding it to the food processor just to dice it and set it aside. We've got clean goat meat with local chicken that is very strong. Adding them inside the pot together because I'm sure they're gonna get done at the same time. If you're using a soft chicken, you may need to cook the goat meat for a while before adding the soft chicken into it. I'll go ahead and add the seasoning Knorr powder, like a tablespoon of it, inside this pot, and I'll add the red onions. Have to be generous with these onions. I'll add almost a tablespoon of cooking salt inside it. Add some water. If you're enjoying this recipe with the music and you've not subscribed to my channel, please click on that red button to subscribe. After adding the water, stir it together so that the seasoning powder with the onions and salt would not just be on the one side. I'll cover it and let it cook for 15 minutes depending on the hotness of your stove before adding another ingredient inside it. The next ingredient here is the head of the stockfish, which I'm going to use this boiling water to soak it for a few minutes. Make sure the hot water covers the head of the stockfish very well. And after adding all the hot water, use the lid to cover it and let it soak for a few minutes until it's a little bit soft. That will help to clean it very well. I'm going to soak it again with another hot water before rinsing it for the last time and split it to the sizes I want it to be. This is what it looks like after cleaning the head of the stockfish. After 15 good minutes, I'm adding the cleaned stockfish inside this goat meat and chicken that is already 50% done. And I'll stir everything together and let it cook for another 5 minutes before we add the next ingredient inside this pot of yumminess. From the aroma that is coming out of this pot, I'm sure this is the best time to add the stripe, the soft shaki. If you're using the strong shaki, you can add the shaki when you add the goat's meat, but because this is the soft stripe shaki, I'm adding it this time so that it will not be overcooked or soggy. And I will just stir everything together. You see the reason why I told you that this is an assorted okra soup that your family will never be able to resist. There is something good about making an okra soup with native chicken. I'm going to blend this fresh red pepper for the okra soup. Pepper is something you should always add to your own taste. And I've got this roasted ogili obe. Add it to the blender and blend with a little bit of water. After blending it, add it into the pot that contains the assorted meat and fish. I'm adding 1 cup of red palm oil, ezigbo manuni, that is very thick. The weather made it this thick anyway. So after adding this cup of palm oil, I'll add the teaspoon of seasoning powder and I'll go ahead and add crayfish. I love to add enough crayfish inside this okra soup. That will make me not to use much salt or seasoning powder in cubes, and I'll stir everything together. Stirring it together very well will help the ingredients, the crayfish and all the ingredients not to be on one side. I'm going to let it cook together for 10 good minutes before we add the remaining ingredients inside the soup. The next ingredient here is the spinach leaf that has been cleaned. I'm adding it to the food processor just to slice it. Feel free to use your knife to slice your veggie. After slicing the veggie, set it aside. I've got cleaned okra here, which I've removed the stalks, the head out of it. Use your knife to slice yours if that is what you prefer, but I prefer to use the food processor because I can always adjust the sizes that I want it to be and it does not take any time. I'm sure by now my neighbors will be wondering, what is this African girl up to? Because of the aroma that is coming out of this local chicken with the goat's meat. The assorted meat and fish is well done at this point. You can test it to adjust the salt if it's not enough, but this is perfectly good. So I'm adding this okra, which is the key ingredient to today's recipe. I'm sure you noticed that the okra, they are all different sizes because I adjusted the settings of the food processor. Some are really thin, while some are medium sizes. So you can also do that with your knife. After adding the okra inside the pot, I'll stir everything together. If you've watched this video up to this point, I really appreciate your time and your support. After adding the okra inside the pot, reduce the heat to lowest. That will help you not to overcook the okra so that it will not lose its own beautiful color and nutrients. I know you're already thinking how you're going to download this okra soup with hot eba. Adding the spinach veggie inside this okra soup, okra. If you're in Nigeria, you can use ugu leaf to prepare this okra soup. Immediately after adding the veggie inside the pot, just turn off the heat so that you would not overcook the veggie inside the soup. Stir everything together. This is how my family love to enjoy beautiful, colorful, delicious assorted okra soup. Okra. After stirring it together, the soup is ready. The meat is well done. I know you'll be thinking the fufu, the hot eba or pounded yam that you would use to enjoy this okra soup. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoy watching these tips on how to make okra soup, and I will see ya on my next video. Bye bye.